If you want to buy Fallout 76 in-game items, use this website and my discount code for 3%.
The first weapon on today's list it's a railway rifle, a quad explosive with faster reload. Now the railway rifle is the strongest commando weapon in the game, as you can see with the damage. We do have the quad legendary effect, which is the best one on a railway rifle because you only have 10 in one mag, but with the quad one you have 40 in one mag. Explosive bullets always really good. On commando weapons, faster reload also really good because the animation is quite long. And the next weapon is not one of the strongest commando weapons in the game, but it's one of the most fun to use. It's a pipe rifle, a two-shot explosive and less AP cost. Now the pipe rifle with the two-shot legendary effect is gonna eat more AP in VATS, but with the 25% less AP cost, it's a perfect combination. I just love to use pipe rifles. And the next weapon is one of the strongest commando weapons in the game. It's a blooded, faster fire rate and less AP cost fixer. Obviously the blooded legendary effect goes really well with any type of low health commando builds, and it's also one of the strongest legendary effects in the game. Faster fire rate always good on automatic weapons and less AP cost perfect because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. And the next weapon, it's another fixer, an anti-armor faster fire rate and less AP cost. This one is perfect for any type of full health commando builds, but also works really well with any type of blooded stealth commando build. We have the anti-armor legendary effect, which is one of the strongest ones in the game. Faster fire rate always good on automatic weapons, less AP cost, brilliant because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. And the next weapon is probably the most well-known overpowered weapon in Fallout 76. It's a plasma rifle with the flamer modification barrel. So what we have here, it's a blooded faster fire rate with less AP cost, obviously really good combination. The blooded legendary effect with faster fire rate on this weapon, it's destroying everything. There's another version in the game, the Enclave Plasma Rifle, which does more damage than the normal one. This is the regular one. The Enclave one have other paint job on it and have higher damage. Unfortunately, I don't have that one, but there is really not much difference between them. You're gonna kill something with 0.1 second faster, I guess, because this thing it's literally destroying everything. And the next weapon, it's a 10 mm pistol, a blooded explosive with faster reload. The 10 mm pistol, it's one of the best pistols in the game. You can use it in stealth, make it automatic, non-automatic. And we do have the blooded legendary effect, which goes really well with any type of low health pistol builds. Explosive bullets always good, and faster reload also really good on the pistol. You don't need less AP cost on these weapons because they don't use a lot of AP in that, unless it's a quad one. And And the next weapon it's another 10 mm pistol, but this one it's a quad explosive with less AP cost. So I was just saying that if you want less AP cost on this weapon, it's perfect because you're gonna have a high ammo capacity. With the less AP cost, you're gonna be able to sustain the VATS fire rate for much more longer. So what we have here, it's a really good combination because pistols don't have a big magazine, with this one have, and you can sustain your fire for much more longer. And the next weapon, it's a gas shotgun, the strongest shotgun in the game. And we do have a bloodied Vatskrit with faster reload, a perfect combination for this shotgun because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. As you can see, we have no problem with the damage, which is over 1,000. It's absolutely insane. We do have a good fire rate and a good range with this weapon. If you want to use a shotgun in this game, the gas shotgun is definitely one of those that you really want to have it in your inventory. And the next weapon, it's the little brother of the gas shotgun. It's a blooded explosive, less AP cost combat shotgun. So if you want to use a combat shotgun, this is definitely a go-to, especially if you're using it on a low health build character. We do have the explosive bullets, which is always good on shotguns, the blooded legendary effect, and with the less AP cost, perfect because we are going to use this weapon in VATS quite a lot. But this weapon it's also perfect to use it out of the VATS. And the last weapon on today's list, it's a Gatling gun, a classic weapon in Fallout 76. It's a two-shot explosive with reduced weight. So the Gatling gun, it's one of the best heavy weapons in the game. Really efficient with ammo, going with 5 mm cartridges, which is really easy to get and craft. Also have really high damage, really good range. The only problem is that doesn't have the highest fire rate, but hey, look at that damage, 282, it's perfect. We do have the two-shot and explosive legendary effect. Perfect on this weapon, and the 90% reduced weight always welcomed on any heavy weapon. And the first weapon on today's list, it's a gas minigun. It's a bloodied, faster fire rate with reduced weight. The gas minigun is one of the strongest weapons in Fallout 76. The only problem is that it is really expensive to feed the ammunition for this weapon. So what we have here is the bloodied legendary effect, which is one of the strongest one in the game. Combine that with a bloodied heavy gunner with faster fire rate and reduced weight, it's always good to have on heavy weapons. And the next weapon, it's another gas minigun, and it's a vampire faster fire rate with reduced weight. So what we have here is the vampire legendary effect, which is one of the best ones in the game. It's gonna regen your health with every single hit. Now combine that with a gas minigun, which have 500 in one mag with faster fire rate. It's just gonna heal you constantly. We also have faster reload, which is always good to have on heavy weapons. And the next weapon is the plasma caster, and what we have here, it's a perfect roll. It's a bloodied VAT crit with faster reload. Now the plasma caster is one of those weapons that are actually really good in VATS. It's a heavy weapon which is really good in VATS. It's like a sniper weapon for any type of heavy gunner build. So what we have here is the legendary effect, the bloodied one, which is one of the best ones in the game. Combine that with VATS crit and faster reload because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. It's just gonna destroy everything. Look at that damage. That's just huge. And the next weapon, it's another plasma caster, this time an anti-armor VATS crit with faster reload. This is the perfect plasma caster for a full health heavy gunner build. So if you're full health, this is the way to go. Anti-armor, one of the best legendary effects in the game. Combine that with VATS crit and faster reload. Perfect, because this weapon, it's perfect for VATS usage. And the next weapon, it's a 50 cal 2-shot explosive with reduced weight. 2-shot explosive used to be one of the most popular legendary effects in the game. Still, even today, it's one of the best legendary effects. Combine 2-shot with explosive on a 50 cal, it's just gonna destroy everything. Also, really good to have reduced weight on any type of heavy weapons. And the next weapon, it's a gauss rifle and it's a blooded VAT crit with faster reload. So what we have here is the gauss rifle, which is one of the strongest rifles in the game. We have it with the blooded legendary effect, which goes perfect with any type of low health rifleman build. We have VAT crit perfect with this weapon because we are going to use it in VATS. And faster reload also really useful because the animation to reload, it's quite long and you only have 5 shots in one mag, so you're gonna reload a lot. But as you can see, this weapon hits really hard. And the next weapon, it's another Gauss rifle, but this time it's a quad VAT crit with less AP cost. So what we have here, it's a really good combination for the Gauss rifle. With the quad legendary effect, you have 20 in one mag, 20 shots, and we have VAT crit because we are going to use this weapon in VATS, and less AP cost, really useful in this case because again, we have 20 shots in one mag, so we can sustain that VAT fire rate for a longer period of time, and we have also really good damage. And the next weapon is the one that probably carry you through your first 30-40 level ups in this game. It's a hunting rifle and it's a blooded explosive with faster critical field. So what we have here is a really good combination for the hunting rifle because it's a very slow firing weapon. We have blooded and explosive which you can boost. As you can see, we have really high damage. Faster critical field obviously really good on this weapon because you want to get some extra critical shots faster because again it's a slow weapon but hits really hard. And the next weapon it's a quad explosive faster reload fixer. So what we have here it's a really good combination for an automatic weapon. The quad legendary fact with this phone we have 85 in one mag which is insane. Explosive bullets always good on any type of automatic rifles. Faster reload obviously always really good on automatic rifles because you're gonna shoot really fast and gonna eat a lot of ammo and you're gonna reload a lot even if you have 85 in one mag. And the last weapon on today's list is an assault rifle, a two-shot faster fire rate with reduced AP cost. Now the assault rifle is one of the most underrated commando weapons in the game, but it's actually really good. Have really good modifications, doesn't need a lot of AP in VATS, and have good damage. So what we have here is the two-shot legendary effect, one of the best ones in the game. Combine that with faster fire rate and less AP cost and you're gonna destroy everything. And the first weapon on today's list, it's a 50 cal an executioner explosive with 90% reduced weight. So we do have the executioner legendary effect, which is one of the best ones in the game, especially against bosses. You're gonna do 50% damage when the target is gonna be below 40% health. We do have explosive bullets, which is perfect on 50 cals and especially on heavy weapons, and we do have 90% reduced weight, which is perfect on any type of heavy weapon. And the next weapon is probably one of the most well-known overpowered heavy weapon in the game is the Gatling Plasma, and the combination of this one it's anti-armor faster fire rate with reduced weight. Now the anti-armor legendary effect works really well with this weapon because have a really high fire rate, a really good range. And with the increased faster fire rate, it's going to be even stronger. Reduced weight always welcomed on heavy weapons. And the next weapon is a pepper shaker, an anti-armor faster fire rate with 90% reduced weight. You can only get the pepper shaker plan during the midweek seasonal event, which is one time per year. So that's the only way to get the plan, or you can buy it from other players. I love this weapon because it's a combination between a shotgun and a heavy weapon scale with both of those perks. so you can choose which one you want to use. So what we have here is the anti-armor legendary effect, which is one of the best ones in the game. Faster fire rate, it's really good on a pepper shaker, and reduce weight, it's always good on heavy weapons. The next weapon it's a light machine gun, a quad faster fire rate with reduced weight. Now the quad legendary effect is really good on a light machine gun because you usually have only 75 in one mag. With the quad legendary effect you have 300. Faster fire rate really good on a light machine gun, which is already a really fast firing weapon. But with that faster fire rate we have over 200 fire rate, which is absolutely insane. Combine that with the 300 per mag, it's just insane. And we do have also reduced weight, which is always welcomed on heavy weapons. And the next weapon is a flamer, an anti-armor faster fire rate with reduced weight. Now the flamer is one of the strongest weapon in the game. The only problem with this weapon it's really the range, which is kind of bogged, but hopefully they're gonna fix that in the future. So what we have here, it's a perfect combination for a flamer, anti-armor, obviously one of the best legendary effect in the game for any type of build. Faster fire rate works extremely well on a flamer, and reduced weight always welcomed on any type of heavy weapon. And the next weapon it's the Tommy gun, the 45 submachine gun. So what we have here it's a bloody advanced crit with less AP cost, which is a perfect combination of perks for this weapon. Because this weapon is extremely efficient in VATS and have a high ammo capacity, 62 in one mag, which is absolutely crazy. And we have the Blooded Legendary effect as the main one, which is one of the best ones, and all the other ones are perfect for VATS usage. This weapon, it's a destroyer, it's a sleeper. Don't sleep on the Tommy gun. And the next weapon, it's one of the most desired commando weapon in the game. It's a quad, faster fire rate, less AP cost fixer. This combination on a fixer is destroying everything. This weapon, everybody wants this weapon. If you have a stealth commando build, you probably want this weapon. With the quad legendary effect, we have 85 in one mag, faster fire rate and less AP cost. On a blooded stealth commando, you can just spam VATS criticals forever. Everybody loved this weapon and everybody wanted. And the next weapon, it's a fixer. It's a bloodied VAT crit with faster reload, a perfect combination for a low health stealth commando build. So what we have here is the bloodied legendary effect, which is one of the best ones in the game. VAT crit, perfect for this weapon because we are going to use it in VATS. And faster reload again, perfect because you only have 25 in one mag, so you're gonna reload a lot. And the next weapon is a combat rifle, an executioner, VAT crit with less AP cost, a perfect combination for any type of stealth commando build. I think the combat rifle is very underappreciated in this game because of the fixer, but it's actually one of the best commando weapons in the game. So what we have here is the Executioner legendary effect, which is perfect for killing bosses. We have 50% more VATS crit, which is perfect because we are going to use this weapon in VATS, and 25% less action point cost, again perfect because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. And the last weapon on today's list, it's a handmade, an anti-armor vast crit with less AP cost, a perfect weapon for a full health style commando build. So what we have here is the anti-armor legendary effect, which is one of the best ones in the game. Combine that with vast crit and less AP cost on a handmade, and everything is gonna be destroyed. Just a perfect combination on the handmade, which is one of the best weapons to use it in VATS. And the first weapon on today's list, it's a gas rifle, which is the strongest rifle in the game. So what we have here, it's an anti-armor VAT crit with less AP cost. The anti-armor legendary effect is one of the best ones in the game. Combine that with VAT crit and less AP cost, makes it perfect for VATS usage. And we are going to use this weapon in VATS. And the next weapon, it's a lever action rifle, and what we have here, it's a bloodied VAT crit with less AP cost. Now the bloodied legendary effect is one of the strongest one in the game. Combine that with VAT crit and less AP cost, makes it perfect for VAS usage, and it's a perfect weapon for any type of low health rifleman build. And the next weapon, it's another lever action rifle, and what we have here, it's an executioner explosive with less AP cost. Now the executioner effects, it's one of the best ones in the game, especially in boss fights. Combine that with explosive bullets and less AP cost, makes it perfect for any type of low health or full health VATS rifleman build. And the next weapon, it's a hunting rifle, and what we have here, it's a perfect combination for a hunting rifle. So we have the instigating legendary effect, the fast crit, and faster reload. Now the instigating legendary effect is not one of the best ones in the game because it's only giving you double the damage of the base damage of the weapon, so you're not gonna get double the damage of 240, but combine that with vast crit and faster reload, which is perfect for any bolt action rifle. It's a deadly combination. And the next weapon, it's a pipe bolt action rifle, and what we have here, it's an instigating explosive with less AP cost. A perfect combination for a bolt action rifle. The instigating legendary fact is not one of the best ones in the game, it's only giving you double the damage of the base damage of the weapon, but combine that with explosive bullets, less AP cost on a bolt action rifle, it's gonna be extremely good. And the next weapon, it's another lever action rifle, and what we have here, it's a quad VAT crit with faster reload. So this is a perfect combination for the lever action rifle. You only have 5 bullets in one mag. With this one you have 20, you have VAT crit, which is perfect for VATS usage, and faster reload always good on a lever action rifle, especially on this one because you have 20 in one mag. And the next weapon, it's another lever action rifle, and what we have here, it's a blooded aim damage with faster reload. This is a perfect combination to use it with aiming. So we have the blooded legendary effect, which is perfect with any type of low health rifleman build. Aim damage, it's perfect, and faster reload always good on the lever action rifle. This is going to be a really good weapon to use it with a scope. Just aim, no VATS. And the next weapon, it's another pipe rifle, but this one, it's a revolver one. So what we have here, it's an anti-armor, VAT crit, and less AP cost version. You can make this weapon to be either a gunslinger weapon or you can make it to be a rifleman weapon, depending on what kind of stock you are choosing. So what we have here, it's a perfect combination for VAT usage, anti-armor, VAT crit, and less AP cost. Goes really well with this weapon, either if you use it as a pistol or as a rifle. And the next weapon, it's another pipe bolt action rifle, and what we have here is a two-shot explosive with faster reload. Now the two-shot legendary effect combined it with explosive, obviously it's a really good one. Faster reload always good on bolt action rifles, and this weapon is going to be extremely good. And the last weapon on today's list, it's a combat rifle, and what we have here, it's an anti-armor, fast hit chance, less AP cost combat rifle. So what we have here is the anti-armor legendary effect, which is one of the best ones in the game. Either you're full health or low health, it doesn't matter. We have 50% more VAT hit chance, which is perfect if you are full health, even if you are low health, and we have less AP cost, which is perfect because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. Usually when I got the weapon with fast hit chance, I modded it to be a rifleman weapon because I consider that faster fire rate and fast rate it's much more better on a weapon that can be automatic. This weapon can be automatic, but in this situation with fast hit chance, I think it's a better choice to use it as a rifleman weapon. If it was faster fire rate or fast rate, I would use it full automatic with a command. First weapon on today's list, it's a power fist and it's a blooded swing speed with +1 strength. So the blooded legendary effect is one of the best ones in the game. Swing speed always good on melee weapons and +1 strength, it's perfect because it's giving us more damage. And the next weapon it's a plasma cutter, and what we have here it's a blooded swing speed with 25% less AP cost. So the blooded legendary effect is one of the best ones in the game. Swing speed always good on melee weapons, and less AP cost also really useful on melee weapons because we are going to use this weapon in VATS. This is one of those weapons that are very interesting because as you can see the damage is split between ballistic and energy, and it actually have really high damage. And the next weapon is the Gauntlet, and what we have here it's an anti-armor power attack damage with +1 strength. So the anti-armor legendary effect is one of the best ones in the game, either for low health or full health builds. Power attack damage also really useful on melee weapons, and +1 strength also really useful because it's giving us more damage. This weapon is perfect with sneak attack, power attack hits. And the next weapon is the Auto Axe, and what we have here it's an anti-armor power attack damage with 50% break slower. So what we have here it's a perfect combination for the Auto Axe. Obviously the anti-armor legendary effect, one of the best ones in the game. Power attack damage it's actually giving us 40% more damage because it's a powered melee weapon. And break slower it's also really useful on this weapon because have the tendency to break quite fast. And the next weapon, it's a more minor gauntlet, and what we have here, it's a vampire swing speed with +1 strength. So the vampire legendary effect, one of the best ones in the game, it's regening your health with every single hit. Combine that with swing speed and +1 strength on a more minor gauntlet, which is a fast swinging weapon anyway, it's gonna be a deadly combination. You are not going to die with this weapon. And the next weapon, it's a Datka Gauntlet, and what we have here, it's one of the most OG combinations, and this was one of the best weapon in the early months of this game. What we have here, it's an anti-armor swing speed with +1 strength. This used to be the king of melee weapons and also the king of PvP. because back in the day, melee PvP was the king. Now what we have here is a perfect combination, anti-armor with swing speed and +1 strength on a Deathcore Gauntlet. It's a deadly combination. And the next weapon, it's a Warglaive, and what we have here, it's a vampire swing speed with faster critical field. Now the Warglaive is one of those interesting weapons like the Plasma Cutter where the damage is split between ballistic and depends on the modification. On this one, it's fire damage. Now the Warglaive is the strongest two-handed melee weapon in the game, and what we have here, it's a perfect combination. Vampire is gonna keep you alive all the time. Swing speed is gonna make it faster, and faster critical field also perfect because we are going to use this weapon in VATS.
No! Die!
And the next weapon is another gauntlet, and what we have here is a Furious Swing Speed with +1 strength. So the Furious legendary effect is not one of the best ones in the game, but it's a really good legendary effect. Basically, you're doing more damage with every single hit that you are doing. Obviously, there is a cap, but combine that legendary effect with Swing Speed and +1 strength on a gauntlet is gonna be a deadly combination. And the next weapon is the bear arm, one of the most rare weapon in the game. It's a grind to get the bear arm plant, and it's a grind even to get the mods for it. So what we have here is a perfect combination. We have blooded swings with it +1 strength, perfect for any type of low health honor build. This weapon used to be the most collectible unarmed weapon in the game. This used to be worth so much in the game when melee was extremely strong in the game. This was doing over 2000 damage back in the day. And the next weapon is a spear, because yes, we do have spears in this game. And what we have here is an anti-armor swing suit with +1 strength. I believe this is the fastest two-handed melee weapon in the game because of his animation. You're gonna see that a little bit later. What we have here, obviously, it's a perfect combination: anti-armor swing suit +1 strength, a really solid legendary perk combination for this weapon.